This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
Welcome to the Omaha News for the fall of 2009. Campus underwent a flurry of changes over the summer, and students are back in classes.
UNO Mavericks Athletics welcomed a new but familiar face to the department. However, not all changes on campus are well received this year. With the threat of the H1N1 virus, students are preparing to stay healthy. Good afternoon, I'm Tone Doan.
And I'm Jake Buckingham. Health concerns are on everyone's mind this fall, and it's no wonder with flu season just around the corner. The release of the long-awaited H1N1 vaccine is less than a month away, but as Matt Santa Maria reports, that doesn't necessarily mean all of the virus are gone.
The year was 1976. The United States was celebrating its 200th birthday, and gas was a mere 59 cents. The country was also battling a deadly strain of the flu virus for the second time in half a century and rushed a vaccine to help combat the pandemic.
The vaccines are safe, easy to take, and they can protect you against flu.
After just 2 weeks, however, the vaccine was recalled after it caused 25 deaths and over 500 debilitating injuries. And now, over 30 years later, the same flu pandemic is back again, and students are split as to whether they'll use the vaccine.
Yes, I know. Until there's more stuff that comes out on the news about it, I'm not going to get it. I work at the hospital, so I think it's pretty necessary.
Dr. Patrick Cronican has been a family practitioner at Allegiant Health for over 17 years, and he has faith in the vaccine.
Really, I feel pretty comfortable that 30 years of advance in medical science will have a much safer, more effective vaccine.
Properly washing and sanitizing your hands can also help prevent the spread of the virus, but an adequate vaccine is a must.
Yeah, it should be, I think, a safe, effective product to help prevent H1N1.
Reporting for the Omaha News, I'm at Santa Maria.
The federal government insists that proper steps have been made to ensure that a repeat of the 1976 disaster doesn't happen again, though they've already been given vaccine makers legal immunity over potential injuries of deaths stemming from the shots. The vaccine is due out on October 15th.
Student loans have been a way for many to attend college, but with the tumbling economy, defaulting on student loans is becoming more of a reality. Defaults on student loans rose up to 6.7% last year, the highest rate since 1998. However, there are 3 ways to avoid default, even if you can't make the payments. First, deferment. This option is available for those experiencing tough economic times. Typically, deferment lasts up to 3 years. Second, forbearance. This allows those to postpone payments up to 3 years or make substantially smaller payments for 3 years. Interest does accrue. Third, income-based repayment. This is a new program that allows borrowers to cap payments amounts based on income, never reaching more than 10%. According to loan officials, the bottom line, always make your payments on time.
Well, we all know what it's like to find a parking spot here at the UNO campus. It's tough, sometimes a few minutes or even a few hours just to find one parking spot. And Omaha Elementary School knows that problem all too well, as it faces a similar situation. For neighbors and parents, at times, things can get ugly. This is a situation every day during the week at 3 p.m. Car after car after car fill the streets around Ashland Park Robbins Elementary School near 51st and O Street. Bob Freeze has lived near the school for over 19 years. He says he's tired of the traffic and the people who park in his driveway.
There's a couple of people that have told me that they can park in my drive anytime they want to. And they get out of the car and go across the street. If I have a situation that I need to get out of, I will get out.
The traffic isn't the only thing Freeze is concerned about. For him, it's more personal.
This creates for me a very dangerous situation because of my health and my age. Should I have a medical emergency, no one would be able to respond to it because they couldn't get through.
There's no side streets along 51st Street to alleviate the pressure of traffic. Ray Perigo is the school's principal. He says the school meets district standards.
And in an elementary school, the district standard is for parking mainly for staff. There's, I guess you would consider, very few parking spaces for parents. We do have what is considered district standard for parking.
The idea of a parking lot leaves many neighbors wondering why the district doesn't build one back here, directly behind the school, where they have all this space.
A parking lot in that area is not possible because of some law that talks about green space that's necessary on school campuses, that if we put a parking lot back there, that we would be below the percentage required for green space.
There's something wrong with that statement, because if you build a plant in this city and you have the parking facility, before you can get a permit, you have to submit a parking lot plan.
Green space versus parking and safety, which one would you rather have?
I would rather have safety, but apparently, from what I understand, that it's a law that is there that we have to go off of.
Freeze says he's tired of not only the traffic jams, but people's behavior. On this day, we found several cars parked in front of numerous driveways. We confronted a few of the parents.
You're blocking this man's driveway.
Yeah, that's why I'm moving it. My sister's picking up her grandkids, and there was no place to park, so she says, "Daddy, come right now." She said, "Stay here."
That's because I'm in an emergency, like, because I need to go to the hospital. My daughter's in the hospital.
But you still think it's okay to park
No, it's not okay.
Driveway?
No.
We need to get a light. We need to get a light.
Why so? If someone parked in your driveway, it'd be okay?
Why don't you move? Move out of the Hey,
Perigo says while the situation is not ideal, a parking lot for parents is just not possible. Freeze sees it a different way.
It's almost as we are second or third class citizens, and believe me, we aren't.
Our calls to the city of Omaha to discuss the green space law were never returned. Ray Perigo says the traffic congestion and safety problems have always been a major concern. Right now, the school has just under 1,200 students. In a few years, OPS will build a new school near 42nd and V Street. That's expected to help alleviate some of the pressure by taking in over 300 students. But for now, Perigo says the school has no other option.
Before we head into the break, let's take a look at the stock market. The Dow closed down just over 81 points. The Nasdaq finished down just under 15 points, and the S&P 500 closed down just under 11 points.
One popular book might be seeing some changes and updates in the near future, a change that could ruffle some feathers in one religious community.
Later in the newscast, a look at when the Bible might be seeing a new facelift and what changes will be made to the ancient text. You're watching the Omaha News right here on the Knowledge Network.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Breathtaking, electrifying, inspiring. Award-winning documentaries produced by UNO Television offer you a window on the history of Omaha and the world. Beginning with the acclaimed 2-hour documentary on the history of Omaha, If These Walls Could Speak, UNO Television has developed a reputation for producing high-quality programs that explore, educate, and enlighten. These outstanding productions can be part of your home video collection. For information about purchasing VHS or DVD copies, call 554-2516 or visit our website at unotv.unomaha.edu.
Hi, I'm Meshach Taylor. The Knowledge Network is a nonprofit, member-supported corporation that provides education and informational programs right into your TV set. TKN operates from the campus of the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Get your daily dose of quality programming right here on the Knowledge Network.
New this year, free bikes at UNO to use when commuting around the campus. The program was started as a way to encourage health and wellness around the campus. Katie Murphy takes us along for the ride.
On a quiet afternoon, a single yellow bike sits unlocked on the University of Nebraska at Omaha's campus. It is one of 8 bikes now part of the new Bike Share program. The program was started by David Corbin, a professor at the School of Health, Physical Education, and Recreation.
A program that has been in the works for several months. It's part of a whole series of things that we're doing for bikes, around bike issues in Omaha.
The bikes are not only for getting around campus, but they also function as a type of social experiment.
Just how do you get new policy? How do you get it through the system? What happens when it's through the system? How well is it embraced or not? And will people use new media like Twitter and Facebook to tell their experiences? You expect, like I said, maybe in the tandem, people will want to write that on or put it on their own Facebook, take their pictures and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see.
Many kinds of bikes can be found on any campus bike rack, but only the bright yellow ones are free to use. Students seem to be warming up to the idea of a bike share program.
I did actually have a bike and I use it all the time. I mean, plus the fact that if you're completely different ends of campus, walking takes a good 15 minutes. So it's a really, really good idea.
The UNO Bike Share program started on September 8th. So far, students seem to be using these bikes to get between their classes on campus. It's Dr. Corbin's hope that students will take ownership of this program and eventually it will expand to include more than just the UNO campus. For the Omaha News, I'm Katie Murphy.
Users are encouraged to return the bikes to the nearest bike rack when they're finished. Points around campus that have these bikes available, one near the Durham Science Center, one near the Hyper Building, and one near the Arts and Science Building.
Well, healthcare is the buzzword this fall. Max Baucus, Democratic Senator from Montana, has been on the leading edge of healthcare reform. Earlier this week, he proposed changes to his healthcare reform bill. The modifications came as senators debated on Tuesday about the reform, which has been estimated to cost over $770 billion over 10 years. Some changes include increased tax credit for low, middle-income families, credit for low-income families for premiums more than 12% of income, and a cap on flex accounts increases to $2,500.
Although fall has officially started, that doesn't keep away folks down at the riverfront from enjoying a little wine and some music.
When we come back, we'll see what the buzz is all about with the first annual wine festival on the riverfront. You're watching the Omaha News right here on the Knowledge Network.
Maverick Sports has found a classy new home for football, hockey, and basketball coverage. Classical 90.7 KVNO. For schedule information, go to kvno.org. KVNO, the voice of Omaha's team, the UNO Mavericks.
You're watching the Omaha News.
On the national front today, President Obama and the Russian president met the Russian President Dmitry Medvedev meet in New York to review a progress towards new arsenal reduction deal. It's supposed to replace the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, which expires in December. Collectively, the United States and Russia own 95% of the world's nuclear missiles.
Well, if you're a festival goer and enjoy a great glass of vino, there's an event where you can tickle the taste buds and learn a little bit more about those luscious grapes. And it's all for a good cause. Calling in went for a closer look at the first annual Omaha Riverfront Wine Festival.
With a glass of wine in a beautiful autumn day, Omaha's wine aficionados are celebrating the first annual Riverfront Wine Festival at the Lewis and Clark Landing. Jennifer Coker is the owner of Urban Events Inc. that runs the wine festival. She explains the purpose of having this event.
Wines are increasing in popularity. A lot of people love to try different kinds of wines. A lot of people are intimidated about wines, and we're just trying to get people to discover what they enjoy and learn some things about wine and just get a chance to try a ton of different things all at once so they know what they like.
Over 100 wines are available for tasting from 24 different wineries, distributors, and importers. Festival goers have a great selection of wines to choose from.
Good wines are not only made in France or California. Here in Nebraska, winemakers also produce quality wines. At the first Riverfront Wine Festival, there are 4 local wineries promoting their products.
James Arthur Vineyards is located in Raymond, Nebraska. Hal Persky works as director of sales there. He tells us how they manage to make quality wines in Nebraska where winter is frigid and long.
What we're getting from the American species is obviously northern hardiness, and then we're trying to take the better wine qualities from French grapes, and so that's where most of our grapes are. There are some native species as well, but for the most part we use French American hybrids, so they do survive our winters.
Nebraska's climate lends itself to growing higher acid grapes that make sweeter wines, and the demand for Nebraska wines is very good. For the Omaha News, I'm Kang Ying.
The Junior League of Omaha has been selected as the nonprofit beneficiary of the festival to receive a portion of the ticket sales. The money will benefit the greater Omaha community in the form of scholarships and community grants.
There's plenty of things to do in Omaha, but one thing you'll want to check out is Omaha's Farmers Market. As Stephanie Bachman reports, the economy is tough, but business is good.
The Omaha Farmers Market hasn't been affected by today's economy.
The market has gradually increased every year. It gets a little bit bigger, busier with people. And we enjoy all the people.
With the increase of customers, the market is also attracting more vendors.
I know they've added quite a few stalls down this way, and I know they've added some over on Jackson over here in this corner over here. So yeah, there's quite a few new people here.
With the growing market, you can find many interesting items, but it's the traditional items that still attract the crowds.
Well, you know, a lot of the produce vendors are really high gear around the 4th of July, so, you know, corn comes out a little bit before then, so it gets really crowded, you know, around that time, so.
With the crowds, the economy, and even a little rain, people still come back for different reasons.
I love the way the people who grow the flowers mix them and have the bouquets and take home that nice arrangement of flowers. That's so refreshing for me.
The Omaha Farmers Market has grown so much that a second farmers market has been moved out to Village Point Shopping Center. For the Omaha News, I'm Stephanie Bachman.
The Omaha Farmers Market is located off 11th and Jackson and is held every Saturday through October 10th. It runs from 8 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon. On the other side of town, the Village Point Farmers Market, located off of 168th and Dodge Streets, happens on October 3rd from 8 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon.
Well, social networks are all the craze these days. Twitter, MySpace, and LinkedIn all seem to want you to connect with others.
But when we come back, you'll be surprised to hear who's actually getting their paws in on the action. You're watching the Omaha News on the Knowledge Network.
most local television news only gives you brief headlines about issues that may be important to you. But for more than 10 years, only one program has remained dedicated to examining all the information about issues that really matter to Nebraskans. I'm Kathy Wyatt, and it's my privilege to present those issues for your consideration. Join me on the campus of UNO in a program we call Consider This, every week on the Knowledge Network.
UNO represents the commitment that the community makes toward a quality education.
Why would you not want to come to an institution that's as vibrant and alive as this institution is?
Feed your brain with original programs from the Knowledge Network. TKN combines the resources of educational and television experts from UNO Television, Omaha Public Schools, Westside Community Schools, Metropolitan Community College, and Creighton University. TKN members produce a variety of programming with collaboration from students working in front of and behind the camera. The Knowledge Network. Feed your brain by watching Cox 17 and 18.
Social networking began just as a way to communicate with peers, but now even the animals are getting involved. Social networking has evolved from the beginning as a recreational web service. Now the trend has taken off. Melinda Spleetoff joins us live in the studio to explain this new trend. Melinda?
Thanks, Tone. More than 75% of online adults ages 18 to 24 have profiles on social networking sites such as Facebook and MySpace. Now, searching for friends on social networking sites might include some furry, four-legged friends. The Nebraska Humane Society has created accounts for the animals on Facebook and Twitter to spread the word about adoptions and events at the shelter.
On Thursday, we posted information about having half-price dogs available here at the shelter, and we already heard responses from the community that they had heard about it. 3 or 4 different people at the same office area had heard about it because they were all following us on Facebook.
The Humane Society has found that through the use of social networking sites, their followership has increased.
The Humane Society has over 290 animals available for adoption. They hope that by using social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter, that little animals such as Charlie here will get adopted.
Sandra Bertolini recently adopted an animal with the help of Facebook.
And we joined on Facebook because they also keep you alerted with, things and activities that are going on. Even now we have Dakota. But we got him about a month ago. He's 2 years old, and he's a good doggy, isn't he? Yeah.
The Humane Society hopes to continue its success through social networking sites by making more people aware of their cause and to have more animals like Boss get adopted.
Good boy. All the way to the front.
If you want to adopt an animal or receive more information about the Nebraska Humane Society, visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Nebraska Humane Society.
So Melinda, do you have your pet or dog pet on Facebook?
I don't, but I am friends with the Nebraska Humane Society on Facebook, so
Thank
half
you,
the
Melinda.
battle.
A new juice bar that opened near Cozad, Nebraska amid local opposition last year has already closed. Dawson County officials hunted in vain for zoning regulations that would have kept the business out of the area. Owner Dan Robinson was looking to open a juice bar featuring new dancers in western Nebraska when he found the property near Cozad in south central Nebraska. Robinson said that the business at the Cozad Shakers Club was going good, but he left town after about 6 months. He grew worried about the security of his lease because the owner was behind in property taxes.
Bible readers will have have something to rejoice for. The Committee on Bible Translation has announced its intention to update the new international version of the Bible. For the first time since 1984, the world's best-selling Bible will be given an update to help English readers across the globe better understand God's Word. The Committee on Bible Translation, or CBT, plans to bring the Word of God to people in contemporary English.
The people that have an interest in these versions have more of an interest in modern applications, modern audiences, Bible studies, to have the they attempt to try to convey the language of the original in modern terms.
The 2011 NIV Bible will represent the latest expressions of the CBT's work. Previous expressions include the 1984 NIV Bible, the world's best-selling Bible, and the 2005 TNIV Bible. For the 2011 edition, the CBT plans to review every gender-related change that it has made since publishing the 1984 edition.
I think people are naturally resistant to change, and so every time there's been a new version of the Bible, it's always tended to divide people into camps.
But for modern audiences like David Ross and his family, the NIV is fine the way it is.
There's so many different interpretations of the Bible to begin with that it's really just kind of adding another one. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I don't think it's necessarily something that's absolutely necessary right now.
Since 1984, the NIV Bible has sold more than 215 million copies worldwide. For more information on the 2011 Bible, you can go to www.nivbible2011.com.
Well, join us next week as we take a look at crime in the metro. And as a reminder, you can always stay up to date with the Omaha News. Just log on to our website, theomahanews.com.
Also new this year here at the Omaha News, catch us on Twitter, the Omaha News. You can get update pictures and videos and up-to-the-minute news in the metro. From all of us here at the Omaha News, thanks for watching. Have a good evening.
If your days get out of control, reset your attitude by setting your radio to KVNO, Classical 90.7. Discover your own personal oasis of serenity on KVNO, Classical 90.7.
Take a look at UNO and you'll find a school that can pretty much be everything to everyone. We have that big city feel and a sense of community that creates a close, friendly campus. Our professors and resources contribute to our great reputation in the city and the region. So whether you're just starting out, transferring, earning a degree online, or choosing a new path in life, you'll be able to find what you want.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV Crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV Crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
If you're an Omaha kid feeling tired and slow, here's the numbers you ought to know. Eat 5 fruits and veggies every day. Drink 4 glasses of water, okay? Eat 3 foods from the dairy scene. And just 2 hours in front of a screen. Now take 1 hour to move around. And that's the Healthy Kids Countdown.
For games, ideas, and other fun stuff about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Visit livewellomahakids.org. But don't stay long.